I think we're going to be good.
Yeah, we can just
Can we go live right now? Can we go live right now because they're getting ready to kick off?
Yep.
Yeah. Just let me know.
We can work in our intros as we go.
All right. Good evening, everybody out there watching YouTube football here at Claremont High School. We are at Covina District Field for the Covina Colts and the Claremont Wolfpack tonight. You may notice that there is no video currently. We're still working on some technical difficulties. We are not at our home field, so we will get you updated with that as soon as possible. But until then, here's my co-host, Rob Hoyle.
Thanks, Jim. Glad to be here at Covina District Field as the Claremont Wolfpack take on the Covina Colts. We are just about at kickoff. We'll fill you in with tonight's opponent and some details about them as we go.
Nathan Giles back to kick off. He's going left to right. Wolfpack are going left to right. Here's the kickoff. The ball is going to be kicked deep, and it's going to be over the head, and it's going to be a touchback. So Covina Colts will take the ball at the 20-yard line to start tonight's game. Beautiful night for football. High 60s, low 70s to start tonight. Coming in at quarterback is Jake Duranslet for the Covina Colts. And Covina Colts will be going right to left, obviously, on your dial. Colts shift out into a pistol formation. Motion man comes across. That's going to be Joaquin Berrigan. It's going to be handed off to Ronnie Rupke, and he's going to lose a few on that play.
That was great pursuit by the two middle linebackers. Ty LeBay chased him down in the backfield. He really made him take a wide route, and that gave Brandon Cole enough time to get into that deep right corner of their backfield and make the tackle for a loss. It's going to be a loss of 3 on that play.
Loss of 3 will bring up 2nd down and 13. And again, you have Duranslet in the backfield. He is the quarterback. He's going to throw out here to number 14, and that's going to be a great tackle by Caden Campazano. And I want to say maybe a yard. Maybe no gain. We'll have to see. It looks like a no gain at that point. Great closing speed.
Abraham Perez, the junior, made that catch. It ended up being, I think, no gain on the play. It was a terrific open field tackle by Campazano. As soon as he had his hands around that ball, Campazano had his helmet in his gut for the tackle. Duranslet scrambles, feels the pressure, almost brought down by a shoestring, and then a pack of wolves are going to take him down right around the 29-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, he escaped a few. Wolfpack had him dead to rights, and he slithered out of that. But that's going to bring up 4th down and about 6 yards
There's
for the
Colts. About 3 Claremont players who had a chance to bring him down with the sack. I saw a lineman in there. I saw a middle linebacker in there. I think Campazano almost had him by the shoestrings. Gain on the play, but it's still going to be 4th and long. Colts are going to punt.
So we have Caden Campazano and Alvarez back, both 2 players back. Punt's going to go to Caden, going to pick it up at the 47-yard line, and it's going to return it to the 46-yard line of the Colts. So Wolfpack will start in great field position on the positive side of the field.
So the Covina Colts come in tonight's game with a 3-3 record in the Sierra League. They're a pretty balanced team. They're going to throw the ball for about 110 yards per game, run the ball for 144 yards per game. So a slight tilt towards the running game, but pretty balanced. 7 passing touchdowns, 9 rushing touchdowns. But they haven't played the Claremont defense yet. Claremont is known for its run-stopping defense. I think they'll be up to the task tonight.
All right, Giles in the gun. It's going to be a turn and handoff to Campazano right up the middle. Campazano's going to be hit and stopped for about a 2-yard gain. That's going to put the ball at the 44-yard line of Covina. We'll try to be a little bit more descriptive. It's like talking on radio. We know that there's no picture right now. We'll give you as much statistical analysis as we can, and we'll try to paint a picture for you. So 2nd down and 8 from the 44-yard line of Covina. We noticed Kenny Ford in there Now I'm looking at Cohen Martinez going wide right. Caden Campazano's going to the slot on the left side. Brandon Cole's in the backfield now, along with Tyler Bay as the fullback.
Good pass protection by that front line. Giles has plenty of time to throw.
Giles does it, yeah.
He found Caden Campazano down the left side of the field near the sideline. He's going to catch that ball and be downed at the 22. About a 20-yard gain. They're going to move the chains.
It's going to be an outstanding job by Campazano to come back for that ball. Giles, I think he had Cohen Martinez open early, but the window closed pretty quick on that going across the field. So it's going to be first down for the Wolfpack from the 22-yard line of the Colts.
It's good to see that whole offensive line in there and healthy.
And you have Cohen Martinez in the slot on the right side, Kenny Ford on the far side. Ball's going to be to Brandon Cole. Oh, just tripped up. Brandon Cole's going to be tripped up by Ronnie Rupke.
He had space in front of him. Good blocking by his receivers on the right side. I think he was looking a little downfield. Was not expecting the defender behind him to trip him up.
I will say that was Joaquin Berrigan that tripped him up in the backfield. That was number 2 for the Colts. Still a pickup of about 3 yards on the play, 4 yards possibly. Be second down and 6 yards to go. Cole in the backfield, offset left with Giles. Trips to the left. Cohen Martinez by himself. Giles throws the ball just a bit high. He's going to bring up third down.
As a rollout to his left side, he had Brandon Cole, the tailback, blocking for him. Gave him plenty of time, plenty of protection. He was looking for Ryan Dunphy. Normally lines up as a tight end, but he was out wide on that one. Right near the sideline, and ball had a little too much pepper on it, went out of bounds.
And that defended on the play was for Covina was number 4, Adrian Rachel. Did a good job. He tried to stay right with him. Ball was just overthrown. Cohen Martinez goes about 6'2", so to overthrow him, he get the ball up there pretty high. All right, so we have third down and 7, we're going to call it, from the 19-yard line. And it's going to bring up fourth down, and we'll see what they're going to do here. And it may look like a field goal attempt.
So in that play, it looked like a design, almost like a quick fade to Campazano down that right sideline. Giles got rid of the ball fast. Nice lob into the corner of the end zone. Campazano went about 10, 15 yards and did a little button hook, so they weren't on the same page on that play.
All right, this is going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt by Nathan Giles. Caden Campazano is going to be the holder. And the long snapper, I believe, is going to be Matty Graves. Maybe Seth Gonzalez. Can't see that number here. Kicks away. Kick looks good, and it is no good. They're going to say it's wide right. He just did not hook enough of it. So the Covina Colts dodge a bullet right off the bat, and they're going to take over, I believe, on the 20-yard line. That'd be the 19-yard line.
He had plenty of leg on that kick, and the wind is behind him, blowing towards the east. Just a little bit wide right.
So that is going to be on the 20-yard line. They will take over. So Covina will come out for their second possession. And we're looking right now at that, is it Duranslet? Is their quarterback?
Duranslet.
Duranslet
is their quarterback. Joseph Rangel, their main running back.
So Rangel actually took that pass and rolled out right. Pass was incomplete, approximately about 12 yards down the field, a little bit behind the receiver. That was going to be number 4, Adrian Rachel.
Yeah, throw was a little bit behind him. There were defenders in the area. It would have been difficult to thread that needle.
All right, second down and 10 for the Colts from the 20. They have doubles, which means 2 slots on both sides. It's going to be a fake handoff, going to be a throw out to the outside. It's a good route. That's going to be about a 10-yard gain. We'll have to see how much they get. The outside receiver did a great job of blocking on that play.
Yeah, Anthony Alvarado is that left cornerback, and the receiver here was covering, did a good job of blocking him on that screen pass, allowed his fellow receiver to gain 9 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Colts.
All right, so we have 3rd down and 1. Offside right for the quarterback. The quarterback's in the shotgun right now. Trip receivers to the left-hand side of the line. It's going to be a handoff to the running back, number 6. He's going to turn, and I don't think he's going to get there, but the referee's going to give it to him.
Yeah. There was a run to the left edge. Brandon Cole from that middle linebacker spot had to run a long way to make the tackle. There was a lot of open space. There wasn't much contain on that side. And he was able to get exactly 1 yard, which is what they needed for the first down.
Okay, we have 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter of action. 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Colts. And that's going to, back in the gun, we have Joseph Rangel. He's going to be back again at quarterback. Ball's going to be fumbled.
Brianna with pursuit.
And just throws the ball away. Anthony Brianna was on his tail
from that outside linebacker spot. As soon as he saw the run play and saw the ball hit the ground, he left his receiver in coverage and went straight for the quarterback, was chasing him down before he threw that ball away.
And as soon as Rangel came up with it, he immediately started to look for a run and then decided he's going to roll out to the right and just air it out into the Wolfpack bench, get rid of it, live to see another day. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Same situation. We have inverted slot on the right side. Motion man to number 19. It's going to be a throwback.
Brianna had good pressure in his face, forcing him to scramble.
There are
5 different players chasing him all around the field. Eventually, Duranzlet's going to get tackled for a loss, probably a loss of 4 yards.
He started out looking for a screen pass coming to the left side, didn't have it, turned around to the right side, dodged 3 or 4 rushers coming up the middle, decided to sprint to his right, and then finally was tackled out there. I'm not sure who finally got to him.
Well, there was about 4 or 5 guys there. Anthony Brianna from the left side was in his face so fast. It was the classic jump to block the pass, knock the pass down, and then Duranza took that opportunity to scramble and get out of the sack.
So we're looking at 6 minutes left to go first quarter. It's 3rd down and 12. Straight drop back pass out of the gun. Looking. Not a lot of places to go. There's a penalty flag on the field, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's a hold in the backfield. Dunphy was coming in for the sack, and the right tackle just had him hooked around the waist to hold him back.
And that tackle was made by Tyler Bay as he came up, so I believe that's going to be a hold. You are correct, Rob. That is a hold on the offense. And instead of making it 4th down, Coach Heil said, take the penalty, let's make him do it again. That's a tough 10 yards to try to get back there.
It pushes them back all the way to the 12-yard line. Just for reference, they need to get to the 40 for a first down.
28 yards.
But now, I mean, you got to think of the other choice, which was to decline the penalty, and it would have put them in a punt situation back up near the 30, 35-yard line.
Right, so it's 3rd down and 28 yards right now for the Covina Colts. With 5:25 to play. Again, straight drop back. Going to come out here to the side, just out of his reach. It's a good ball thrown right there by Duranzlet. But that's going to bring up 4th down. Ball's going to be incomplete. Wolfpack will be looking for the punt return.
Yeah, the throw was for Dylan Maestas. Zach Leeper, the outside linebacker, was on the coverage. Even if they had made the completion, they still would have been about 15 yards short of the first down.
So Covina will be punting from their own end zone. The punter is actually standing in the end zone, so it'll be by the time he lets it go, it'll be right around the goal line. Caden Campazano and Alvarez are standing at the 45-yard line of Covina. We'll see who's going to get it. This time it is Campazano again, 43-yard line. He picks it up, and he's running left. There's nobody. There is nobody there. He's finally going to be tracked down at about the 15-yard line. Boy, the Wolfpack set up a great wall around the left side. As soon as he picked up, he made the first man miss. He had nothing but green grass in front. So the Wolfpack will take over 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. Well, now, 15-yard line going in.
Which is right about where they snapped the ball on that punt. So not exactly flipping the field if you're a Covina fan.
1st and 10 for the Wolfpack. Coming out, Giles And look who's in the backfield. Offset left is Pocket Hercules.
Ray Rosales.
Ray Rosales back in the game. So let's see what we do here.
We had some movement, some encroachment into the neutral zone by the Colts players. 2 of them jumped. That drew a flag. And that's going to move the ball up 5 yards, making it 1st and 5 from the 10.
Wolfpack are looking to punch the ball in here in the first quarter of play. 5:06 to play in the first quarter. 1st and 5 from the 10-yard line for the Wolfpack. Trips to the right-hand side of the line. Ray Rosales offset left with Giles. Giles gets the ball, hands it to Rosales, pushes right up the middle. I want to say he picked up about 2 or 3 yards. We'll see. It looks like maybe 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 from the 8-yard line.
The offensive line of Claremont really deserves some credit. They go from left to right. Wesley Valdivia, then Brian Escada, Matty Graves at center, Alex Kacharian, and then Carson Mowbray at the right tackle. On most of their run plays, that offensive line will end up 2, 3, 4 yards downfield, just pushing their defenders with them.
All right, hand off to Giles. That's back to Caden Campazano. He's going to fall forward, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal, Wolfpack. 1st down is going to be about the 4-yard line. Clock is running. We're at 4:22 and counting at this point. 1st and goal. That play was run over right tackle. And we talked about it before. Caden just does not get hit square on very often. He able to fall forward for a few more. Those 3 and 4 yard runs at the beginning will turn into 7 and 8 yard runs as the game progresses, as we always talk about this. All right, we have Tyler Bay offset as a fullback to the right. Pistol formation. Counter play to Campazano.
Oh, great blocking ahead of him.
Touchdown, Wolfpack.
There you go.
I wasn't sure if he was in or not. He kind of got met, and they both kind of stopped right at the goal line.
Yeah, he made contact, but it was a yard into the end zone, so he didn't feel the need to to really take it any further. Just kind of they bounced off each other, and he knew the play was over. It was a touchdown. Also, I failed to give Seth Gonzalez credit. He's playing left guard tonight. Seth Gonzalez. In fact, he was one of the key blockers on that play, springing Caden Campazano in for the touchdown.
Yeah, the nice thing about that, we had Tyler Bay as the fullback, and he broke right, and it was obviously a counter play with pulling linemen. Kick is up by Giles, and the kick is good. 3:55 to play first quarter. Claremont Wolfpack on the board, 7-0 over the Covina Colts here at Covina District Field. Thank you again for all of our sponsors. I'd like to get some of those out there. Stephanie Bradhurst from Casa Colina, Lisa Castro with Castro Hospice, Angie Kocharian from Allstate, thank you very much. These are our platinum sponsors. Metro Honda, Metro Acura, thank you very much for all of your support last year and this year. We'll get to more of our sponsors here very shortly. The Wolfpack are ready to kick off, so thank you again for joining us. We know that there is no picture yet. We're working on that. Please be patient. We will get to, we'll try to describe everything that's happening for you. We've got people all the way on the East Coast listening. I have people in Vegas. We've got people in Pennsylvania. I want to say a big shout out to Jake Ayers and his family out there. Congratulations with everything that you and your family are doing and your wife. Appreciate everything. Giles is going to put it in the air. That ball's going to be, they're going to let that go. It's going to be picked up by number 6, and he's going to get back to about the 18, 19-yard line. That ball bounced at about the 6-yard line. Luckily, it took a Covina bounce, and it didn't go sideways. That was a live ball.
He had a little bit more room to run. He tripped over the feet of one of his blockers ahead of him.
All right, so we're going to see, looks like number 5 is coming back in.
Duronslet.
Duronslet, sorry.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, don't let me say that again. Split out wide left is Ronnie Ropke. He's one of their main pass catchers this year. Cohen Martinez playing corner right now. And it looks like it's going to be almost a quarterback call draw, and he is very slippery to get hold of. He does a lot of sidestepping, picks up about 3 yards on the play.
He really is. He's only a sophomore. He's 5'9", 165 pounds, so he's quick. He kind of reminds me of a Kyler Murray type of quarterback. Short for the position, but is elusive. Can hit that B button and just kind of spin around guys, hard to tackle. Ryan Dunphy had an arm on him in the backfield. He got away from him. He has almost as many rushing carries as he has completions this year.
All right, Deron Slett in the backfield. Takes the ball, hands it off. Rangel picks up about another 3 yards. I want to say thank you again to our statistician from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Brian Nearing. Again, he wanted me to remind you that Claremont scoring drive went 3 plays, 15 yards, and a touchdown run of 4 yards by Caden Campazano. Also, a good statistic that he's throwing out here is that Covina's had the ball twice before this drive and have a total of negative 2 yards on offense. So the Wolfpack defense are definitely doing their job. So 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Ball's on the 25-yard line. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Here come the Wolfpack. Wolfpack are looking deep. That ball is, Ropke got behind the corner. I want to say it was more of a wheel route. Somehow he slipped between the cornerback and the safety. That's Kenny Ford out there at safety, and Anthony Alvarado at corner, and he got right in between them. Ball just fell a little incomplete, and the Wolfpack looks like they're going to get the ball back again as Covina's going to have to punt.
That would have been a big play for the Colts. He threw that ball about 20 yards downfield, down the right sideline. The ball tipped off his hands. It was there. It was really close. And Ropke, he's their top receiver. He's 6 foot tall, hard to cover. He's averaging 48 yards per gain.
Alvarado takes the ball at the 45-yard line of the Wolfpack, is met immediately by one of the Covina players. That was a nice punt by number 15, Noah Cellular. Quellier, I guess it's Noah Quellier.
I want to say Quaylar.
Yeah, I was just trying to go a little too fast here. Noah Quellier.
Well, just like that, Claremont has the ball back at their own 45-yard line.
This is the 3rd possession already, the 6th possession in the ball game already in the first quarter. 3 for the Covina Colts, who have come up with 0 points, and the Wolfpack, this is their 3rd possession, already leading 7-0. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Wolfpack. Giles turns, hands off to Campazano. Campazano's going to fall forward for about 4 yards. Again, we talk about it. He just doesn't really get hit that hard, and he's going to fall forward and get you a few more. So it's going to come up with 2nd down and 6 from the 49.
And why not hand the ball off to Caden Campazano? He's averaging 6 yards per carry. If you can just follow your line and just push ahead for 4 yards per play, then you can just keep moving the sticks down the field. There's an old coach is saying that you're never going to lose by making a profit.
That's a great quote. All right. Giles. LeBay is almost a halfback right off the left side. It's going to be a pass. That ball's going to be aired out. And incomplete. I don't know. They're going to call a catch.
Wow. That's an interesting call.
Wow.
Both players went up for the ball. It was Caden Campazano and the Colt defender. They both high-pointed it. They both came down with it. They were fighting for the ball. And then on the ground, as they were fighting for it, the ball just came loose.
Well, that was a quick call by the official. I really thought it was an incomplete pass, but that's going to be a big completion down to the 22-yard line for the Wolfpack. Giles to Campazano, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 22.
From here, it didn't look like anyone completed the catch.
Correct.
But they're going to give it to Claremont.
No review. Ball's going to be inside, and there he goes. Ray Rosales lowers ahead, and look at the drive.
A great run by Ray Rosales, but you got to give his offensive line just as much credit. He was not touched by the Colts until he was 10, 15 yards down the field.
That was an outstanding job by the offensive line. Mowbray, and also seeing Kochari in there right up the gut. Matty Graves, great job on that right side. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line with about 30 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
No one's happier to be back in this game than Raymond Rosales. This is only his 2nd game back. Had a little hamstring thing earlier in the season. He's excited to be in there.
Rosales gets it again.
God, he's so strong and with such a low center of gravity, he was hit in the backfield, shook that tackle off, and then just plowed forward with a couple defenders hanging on him for 4 more yards to avoid the loss.
Rosales was tackled at the 5-yard line. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some very sad news to report tonight. Not to really report, but just to mention. This last Tuesday, Luke Pruitt of Claremont High School is mourning the loss of a former football player and brother, Luke Pruitt. He passed away on Tuesday. Luke was a graduate of Claremont High School of the class of 2021. Luke was a first-team All-San Antonio League football player for the Pack, and in 2020 was a San Antonio League defensive MVP. When we asked Coach Shane Heil about Luke, he had this to say, quote, Luke was everything we want our Wolfpack football players to aspire to be on the field, in the classroom, and as community members. Luke's big smile and his genuine concern for everyone he came in contact with will be greatly missed, unquote. Claremont High School and the Claremont High School football program sends our thoughts and prayers to the Pruitt family, Luke's former and present teammates, the Claremont High School staff that had the privilege to work with Luke, and the entire Claremont community that has been impacted by the loss of this tremendous young man. One Pack, now and forever. Thank you very much, Luke Pruitt. Okay, we're going to start the second quarter of play here with the Wolfpack on the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. Now the Wolfpack are going right to left. Snap to Giles. Pass to Ray Rosales. Oh, I see a penalty flag that came out.
It was a handoff up the middle to Ray Rosales. He gets into the end zone, but not before a penalty marker on the field. There's no indication by the officials. There's no celebration, so I think this one's going to be coming back going against Claremont.
So we're looking at there's going to be a hold against the Wolfpack. That's going to put him back another 10 yards. So repeat second down. That's going to be second down and goal now from the 15-yard line. So the hold was right at the line of scrimmage. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. That will bring up second down and goal.
Second and goal from the 15. It's going to make it a little tougher moving that ball, but you got to embrace the adversity. It makes the victory that much sweeter.
Well, they just flipped the down marker to first down, but I believe that's wrong. It's still second down and 15. Because it was second down to start the quarter. They don't get the down back, so
right.
So the officials will have to catch that. Snap to Giles. Giles looking. Giles running for it. He's got plenty of room to come up. And he's in the end zone. 15-yard scramble from the right side.
Touchdown, Claremont.
Outstanding run from Giles. 15-yard scramble to the right side. Looked like he had Caden Campazano in his sights. Caden was locked up by the linebacker pretty quickly, but nobody had Giles.
Yeah, that looked like a design rollout to the right. Caden came out of the backfield as a receiver. Giles looked at him right away, but Caden's eyes were downfield. He wasn't ready for the ball yet. He cocked his arm to throw, but he kept it because he knew he didn't have a receiver ready. So instead, he just ran with it, scrambled, bobbed and weaved, made his way just inside the pylon for the touchdown.
Giles here to get the extra point. Snap to Campazano. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Wolfpack take a quick 14-0 lead to start the second quarter. Only 14 seconds gone in the quarter. Only 14 seconds gone, and they're already up 14-0. So great job by the offensive line again. Very athletic move on the outside by Giles. And once he got around the corner, there really wasn't anybody to stand in his way. He was able to zigzag his way into the end zone, on the right side, zigzag his way in the end zone.
So another drive for a score by Claremont there. It was 5 plays, 55 yards, with the 15-yard touchdown run by Giles. The big play on that drive, though, was a pass from the Claremont 49-yard line to the Covina 22-yard line.
All right, Giles here to kick off again. We should mention Giles is a two-sport athlete. He's also on the soccer team, and which shows by the way he's kicking the ball tonight. So he's been doing a phenomenal job. Wolfpack are here, ready to kick off. Giles approaching the ball. And he's going to do a little punch shot to the right. And Upback is going to carry the ball. And that's flag on the play. Going to be tackled, I believe, by number 30, who's going to be in the mix on that.
Yeah, that's Bennett Misawa. Bennett with the tackle.
Good job.
There is a flag on the play. It's going to be holding against the Colts. So rather than starting at their own 25, they're going to mark that off and put it back to the 15.
So it's going to be first and 10 from the 15-yard line. You know, going back to Luke Pruitt real quick, we got the tragic news on Tuesday. The Wolfpack are wearing helmet stickers. If they aren't tonight, they will have them by next week with an LP that will be put on their helmets for Luke, who was a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal football player, but even a better person.
Yeah, Jim, it was a sad week at school this week. Both you and I have football players in our classrooms. The guys were a little down this week. Obviously, it was pretty sad because the juniors and seniors that are on the team right now would have been here and been in the program when Luke Pruitt played for us.
All right, so first down pickup. Oh, right there, Brandon Cole had his hands all over that pass from Duronslet.
Brandon Cole at the middle linebacker position. He jumped the route. He saw Duronslet's eyes. He saw where that ball was going. Tried to jump the route for the interception. Ball went right through his hands, but it did break up the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 20-yard line.
To reset what happened, the first play they ran a ball up the middle. They gained 5 yards. That play right there was the incomplete pass, and now we're at 3rd down and 5 for the Colts. Colts really just haven't been able to sustain any drives. There's a quick throw to the outside. Oh, that was almost a tunnel screen to number 4. That's going to be out there to Adrian Rochel. And Paul's going to be incomplete, and here we go again. There's another Covina punt, and the Wolfpack are looking to get their next possession in Covina territory.
The Claremont defense is showing their stuff tonight. Not just with a clean slate on the scoreboard, but Covina's offense just can't get anything going. They've had quick 3-and-outs. Maybe they'll get a first down or two, but I think this is their 3rd or 4th punt.
4 possessions, 4th punt.
4 possessions and 4 punts for the Colts.
And we have Alvarado and Campazano back again. They're about on the 46, 47-yard line of their own. And they're waiting to see. It's going to be a timeout, it looks like, for the Colts. So we're going to get to a few more of our sponsors here. We want to thank our gold sponsors at Sarah Griffin Real Estate Consultants, Yasina Arias from Gold Line. We also want to thank Hal Hargrave with the Be Perfect Foundation. Outstanding job that Hal and his group does over there with spinal cord injuries. And also for our silver sponsors, Amanda Thompson from My Gym, Kim Piero from We Got 'Em Tees. That's a great place to get a Letterman's jacket if you haven't picked one up yet. Steven Torres from Lost Levels Arcade. Marissa Hernandez in Claremont Modern Dentistry. Monique Ott from Hot Homes. Jeremiah Huggins from Sprouts. So thank you very much. We'd also like to say thank you to Montgomery Steel. We'd like to thank Eric Martinez from State Farm. Stephanie Fernandez from I Like Pie. Who doesn't like pie?
I like pie.
I like pie. And for the Shapiros, thank you very much. We'll get to a few more of our sponsors very shortly. All right, so Covina looks like they're going to punt. Here is the punt by number 15. And that ball's going to go to Alvarado. That's a great punt. He takes a fair catch. About the 40 to 41 yard. Where are we going to spot it? 43-yard line, it looks like. 37-yard punt on the play. And Wolfpack will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. So far tonight, we have a few offensive stats to share with you. Caden Campazano has 14 yards rushing and 22 yards in pass receptions, and also a 28-yard punt return. And Giles has a total of 51 yards passing in this first half already. So Well, a lot of people getting into the action. I know Ray Rosales has a few yards there as well. Giles, empty set, looking to throw. Has Caden Campuzano down the sidelines, just didn't put enough air under it. Threw it kind of on a line. Pass comes incomplete, brings up second down.
Boy, Caden Campuzano on that wheel route to the right side, he had his man beat. He had a step on him. The ball was just a little bit overthrown because had it been on the money. It was a tough ball to land in there because you kind of have to loft it over the defender. But if he had landed that right in there, Caden would have been off to the races with no one to stop him.
All right, so back to a traditional set here for the Wolfpack. Slot left with a fullback on the left-hand side. Campuzano in the pistol formation, which means he's right behind Giles. He's going to take the ball right up the middle. Tackled right there by number 2, Joaquin Berrigan. Broke in from the linebacker position.
He got tripped up in the backfield there. Not his usual 4 or 5 yard gain.
He picked up 3.
Yeah.
So we're going to go 3rd down and 7 for the Wolfpack right now. And we'll have to wait and see. I believe if they don't pick this up, depends on how many yards they do get. They may go for it on 4th down.
They are at midfield. Too far for a field goal. And the way their defense is playing, maybe why not take a shot? Keep the ball. Put the pressure on them.
Yeah, 10-12 left to play in the first half. Trips to the left-hand side of the line. Brandon Cole in the game. He's offset left of Giles. Giles is looking. He's going to scramble. Spin move. He's going to pick up the first down.
Wow. What a great run by Giles. A little dangerous if you're if you're the offensive coordinator, Ryan Campuzano, because you don't want your quarterback taking a big hit. He looked like he was going to get stopped after about 3 or 4 yards. Made a great spin move to his left to get around the linebacker. Was able to pick up enough for the first down. So here we are from the Colts 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack. Giles in shotgun at quarterback. He's got Brandon Cole to his left in the running back spot. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. It's going to be a rollout to his left. Giles throws the ball off-footed. Pass is complete to Ryan Dunphy.
Great job by Dunphy to come back for that ball.
I like that Ryan Dunphy is getting more involved in this game. He'll line up at the tight end spot, and over the last couple games, we've seen him line out a little wider in that X spot as a wide receiver. And as a junior at 6 foot tall, 6 foot 3. At 6 foot 3 and 215 pounds, he's a hard man to cover.
Well, right now the Wolfpack are rolling up the offensive yards over Covina. Right now Covina only has a total of 11 positive yards. So as you mentioned earlier, the Wolfpack defense are doing their job, and now the offense look like they're about ready to punch in another one here with 8:35 left to play in the first half.
They still got 38 yards to go before the end zone.
Campuzano, hesitation.
Run up the middle.
We talk about how eventually he's going to break one.
The first one to have a chance at him was the safety. Caden had to do a little cut left to get around that safety, and that gave the linebacker time to chase him down. But not before a gain of 16 yards, bringing him to the 22-yard line of the Colts. They're getting him in chunks now, Jim.
It was amazing that when if you saw it, I would say if you saw that, but I know you didn't see that at home. But he had a burst of speed as he hit the line and was from probably 6-7 yards down the field before anybody could get a hand on him.
You can't let him get a 10-yard head start on you because no one's going to tackle him at that point. You might slow him down, but you're not going to tackle him.
Hey, trips to the right. Ball is at the 22-yard line. It's going to be handoff left to Campuzano. He's going to just take it and get out of bounds there, and that's going to be really maybe a 1-yard gain for Campuzano. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 from the 21.
I mean, it was a smart play. But he saw that there really wasn't much opportunity to do anything with that play. I mean, he could have lowered his shoulder and laid into someone, maybe gotten another yard or two, but he kind of saw where the play was going and just ran it out of bounds.
And we have a timeout on the field right now. We have an injured Wolfpack player that's down there attending him. Coach Jonathan Snap and his training staff are looking at him right now. All right, going back to some of our sponsors up here, I want to say thank you to DJ Junior G, who's a DJ for us at our home games. I want to thank you. He's been amazing. We've had some great crowds. I am looking across the way right now, And I'm thinking this is a pretty good crowd to be able to travel to Covina. It's not just parents up there. See a few students in the stands over there as well. Also, thank you to Uba Tuba, who's giving us our acai bowls on Saturday mornings. And thank you to Claremont Place. Thank you very much for any sponsor that's out there that's helping Wolfpack football. This does not happen overnight. It is definitely a group effort. It takes a village. You've heard all the comments, and that's no different in sports. So we want to make sure we say thank you to all of the people that are helping our boys out, and especially to our coaching staff. They've been doing a phenomenal job this year. All right, so the injured player is now off the field, and coming into the game, I can't see the numbers. We're going to get that to you in a minute. It's going to be 2nd down and 9, and Giles does a good job there of reading it. The screen pass was set up for Campazano. It was a jailbreak on the defensive line, and Giles read that really, really well. Just threw it at the feet of Campazano. He had nowhere to go if he caught it. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 from the 21-yard line.
So that was Ismael Gainley. His teammates call him Izzo. He came in for the injured player on the offensive line, taking over at the right guard position, and he's going to stay in there for this play.
All right. Mowbray shoves him left, making sure he knows where he's going.
Yep, giving him some instruction on the line. Good protection. Ball got tipped by one of our receivers and then intercepted by the Colts.
I want to say
and then a flag. There's a little extracurricular activity, a little pushing and shoving going on at the end of the play.
The ball was picked off, but I believe that ball was thrown behind the intended receiver. As you said, Rob, the ball was tipped and it just landed right in the breadbasket, so to speak.
Yeah, it was thrown behind Campazano just a little bit. He tipped it up with his hand right into the Colt defender. And then there was the Colts sort of had to turn the page from offense to defense real quickly. More flags are flying as I speak. There was a block. You might call it a late block on one of our players. He got up, took exception to it. There might have been a little jaw-jacking back and forth. Maybe some unkind comments about someone's mom. And eventually it drew a couple of flags. Coach Heil isn't too happy about it. He also drew a flag by the officials while they were conferring. There's 3 of the officials talking together about what they saw, what they heard, what they think.
We'll see what's going to be pushed here. I want to say one of the flags came out late. That may be on Coach Heiler, the coaching staff over there.
Yeah.
He was not happy with the white hat, and he was just trying to talk to him very nicely.
Yeah, there's 3 yellow bits of laundry on the field. 2 of them came right at the end of that play on our players. One of them came a bit later as Coach Heil shared his opinions.
So, in worst-case scenario, this could be a 30-yard progression for the Colts, but we'll happen to see what the white hat is going to call here. So they're going to mark it off, I believe, against Covina first.
It is moved, yeah.
It's going to be a block in the back against the Colts. And then it's going to be a dead ball personal foul against the Wolfpack. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike against the Wolfpack. So it's going to go 30 yards from the 11-yard line. So we should be up around the 41-yard line when we are at the completion of this. So we'll see exactly where they do spot it. They were standing at the 11. 2 personal foul calls are going to put it as 15 yards. And that should be right about, okay, we'll go 42. That's about right. I believe they were on the 12-yard line, so that's my mistake.
So I guess for the benefit of the crowds, they marked off the Colt penalty first, and then the 2 Claremont penalties, bringing them up about, like you said, about 30 yards downfield. Good field position for the Colts to start this drive.
All right, so the Wolfpack are back on defense now. 1st and 10 for the Colts on the 42-yard line. Here comes a ball around the right side. Number 6 is going to take that. Tackle by Zach Leeper. Carry is going to be by Joseph Rangel, number 6.
Good run by the Colts on that one. That was a 10-yard gain, enough for the first down. That's going to bring him to the 48-yard line of Claremont. I think this might be the first time they've been in enemy territory with the ball.
I have to agree with you on that. So 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Colts. 7 minutes left to play first half. Duronslet getting the barking orders, gets the ball. Looks like it's going to be a little option play. He's going to keep it. And I don't know if he wants to do that again. Brandon Cole, he may think of pitching that next time.
It looked like your classic option. He rolled out to his right. He had number 6, Joseph Rangel, sort of trailing a little behind him, a little bit past him. He did look his way once as if he might pitch it, but there was too much daylight for him to run straight ahead.
He's very quick at the quarterback positions. We have trips left now. Duronslet in the backfield, Rangel off to his left, and it's going to be a fake, and it's going to be a read. Good read option. That's going to be a good run there by Duronslet.
Oh, I think the ball might be loose.
The ball may have come loose.
There's a scrum.
And it's going to be the Wolfpack football.
Wow.
Wow, I did not see that at the end. I just saw a bunch of kids scrambling.
I thought he was down. A scrum at the 32-yard line. Claremont players right away started pointing our way.
That may have been Jamel Oliver. I saw him coming out of the pile. I'm not sure who was on that corner over there, but did a Wolfpack come up with the football?
I'm not sure who came up with it. Kenny Ford is getting some attaboys on the sideline. It might have been him.
We'll give that to Kenny Ford if that was the case. That was an outstanding job. Wolfpack take over. 6:17 to play. They are on the 33-yard line, on their own 33-yard line.
Well, turnabout is fair play. They intercepted us. We recovered their fumble.
Ball's going to be handed off to Campazano inside. Number 44, and then the entire host of Colts. So that's going to be led by Nicholas Hernandez. Nick Hernandez is going to be the first man to hold on to Campazano, and then the rest of the Colts are going to take him down for a loss of about 6 yards, maybe 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 28-yard line.
Not only did Nick Hernandez make the tackle for a loss on that play, he lost his shoe. His cleat went flying 5 yards into the Claremont's backfield.
I thought I saw something go, but I wasn't sure what it was.
I mean, talk about going all out to make a play. Whatever it takes.
5:35 to play first half. Trips to the left. Well, it looks like we have Rosales again in the backfield. Ball's going to be complete. I believe, is that Dunphy or is that Cohen Martinez? One of the two.
That's going to be that's Dunphy making the catch about 15, 20 yards downfield. That was good play action by Claremont. It was the fake handoff to Ray Rosales. He pulled the ball back out of the mesh and made a great pass to Dunphy going down that right sideline.
The best thing that I saw was Dunphy going up high for the ball and kept that ball up high while he possessed it and then decided to fall forward for another 3 or 4 yards. It's going to bring up first down from the 46-yard line of the Wolfpack. 5 minutes now left to play in the first half.
Well, talk about a mismatch. At 6'3", Dunphy is being covered by Jason Porter on the Colts, who's 5'6".
Ray Rosales, pocket Hercules, picks up another 12 yards for the Wolfpack, going over right tackle. It's a great job by the right side of that line, including the center, Matty Graves. It's going to be first down for the Wolfpack on the 43-yard line of the Colts. I think the Wolfpack are very content on keeping the ball on the ground and keeping the clock running. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left.
So I see Anthony Brianna on the field right now, lined up at receiver on the left side.
Brandon Cole bounces outside. Wow. What a great run by Brandon Cole. Took the ball, handed off straight up the middle, got stuffed about 6 yards down the field, sidestepped a couple players, and ran about another 5 yards. Got tackled 11 yards down the field for another Wolfpack first down.
Boy, I love the second half of that play. First part of that play, he did what running backs need to do. He needed to be patient, let the pocket develop. He followed his blockers. But then as soon as that pocket stopped and he bounced it outside, he just turned it into an angry run at that point. He just started plowing through people, pushing people down, getting that first down.
10 from the 33-yard line of the Colts. 3:33 to play first half. Brandon Cole again in the pistol formation right behind Giles. Trips to the left-hand side. Covina looks like they're coming. They're showing blitz. Cole again. He's just going to run around the outside. Oh.
Do not let him get ahead of speed.
Oh. I do not envy anybody who steps in front of that man. And I say man if you've seen him lift.
Once he bounced that outside, and then once he started going north and south again and got ahead of steam ahead of him, number 21, Diego Manriquez, tried to get in front of him, and Brandon Cole just lowered the shoulder pads, and they both went forward while I guess Manriquez went backwards about 7 yards.
It was like a stopping cushion for him. All right, Brandon Cole back in there at tailback again. Again in the pistol formation. This time they have Tyler Bay offset as a halfback on the left-hand side. Snap to Giles. Going to be turned left. Hands off to Cole again. Cole's going to be stopped right about the line of scrimmage.
Ball comes out, but not until the whistle has already blown. Colts thought they might have had a fumble there, but play was called dead.
So 3 minutes to play in the first half. Second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. We do apologize for not having camera tonight so far. We're still working on it. We know where the technical difficulties. So hopefully you're still with us. And hopefully we'll get things back to you very shortly. So right now we're on the 15-yard line. It is second down.
2.5 minutes left in the second half. This time he's got Ray Rosales as his tailback. Tyler Bay is the fullback. They're both going to pass block for Giles, who keeps the ball.
Giles is going to be sacked at about the 14-yard line.
He's going to lose 4 yards on that play.
So it's going to be third down third down and 10. Well, actually third down and 14 from the 19, I tell you. I'm sorry. It was from the 19-yard line he was sacked. So it's going to be third down and 14. Ball is resting just on the 19-yard line on the left side of the field. Dunphy split out wide right. Kenny Ford in the slot.
Even if they don't convert this, I think they're within field goal range for Nathan Giles.
Agreed. Motion by Ford. Safety goes with him. They're looking there. Open. This field as their home field. 1:19 to play, 21-0 Wolfpack at this time.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Jim, if high school fantasy football were a thing, I would have Nathan Giles as my top draft pick. Because not only do you get all of his passing touchdowns and some of his running touchdowns, because he does run some of them, you're going to get all the field goals and all the extra points, too.
Yeah, scoring-wise, he has his hand in just about every opportunity. And plus, like you said, the extra points and field goals. We haven't seen too many field goals, but, that's, again, it's his foot putting it on the ball. Here we go, kickoff for the Wolfpack. Ball's going to be taken by the Colts on about the 12-yard line. Returning up the middle. Ball is going to be tackled So, I think it's Tyler Bay on the tackle there, about the 26-yard line, so about a 13-yard return. And the Wolfpack will go back on defense for a minute 13.
Those last two drives, that exchange between Covina and Claremont there was kind of indicative of this game. They both had a chance off a turnover to do something with the ball. Covina gave it up. They did drive the field. I will say they drove about half the field before giving it up. Claremont, on the other hand, was able to drive the entire field and turn it into 7 points.
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and recap. We know that you may have missed the scoring play, so we will recap that in a minute. Anthony Brianna coming in all the way to the outside. He's just going to dump it away. Quarterback, that's Duronslet.
Nice pursuit. Nice speed from Anthony Brianna to chase down Duronslet. Duronslet was running for his life. Eventually, he ran out of field. Had to just chuck the ball into the sidelines.
So to give you a quick recap, the Wolfpack recovered a fumble around the 31-yard line on their own side of the field. About 2 or 3 runs by Ray Rosales and a nice couple of runs by Brandon Cole put the ball down inside the 20-yard line, and then there was a 19-yard touchdown swing pass from Nathan Giles to Caden Campazano for the third Wolfpack touchdown of the night. Here we go, 2nd down and 10 for the Colts. Back to pass again.
Lots of time
Lots
to pass.
of time.
Good protection. Escada.
Oh, what a timed hit. Wow, Leaper. Zach Leaper. Ball was passed out to the right side. Caught by number 8. That's Demayan Jurgen, and as soon as he turned, Zach Leaper put his helmet right in his gut, and that was going to be a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, Brian Escada eventually found his way to the quarterback, got in his face, threw it off the back foot. He found his receiver. It was an accurate throw, but Zach Leaper timed it perfectly, hit him as he caught it. They ended up losing 2 yards on it.
On that last Wolfpack drive for the touchdown, the drive was 8 plays, 77 yards, and again culminating in a 19-yard touchdown pass from Nathan Giles to Caden Campazano. And to go over it again, Rob, this offensive line has done a phenomenal job of giving Giles enough time tonight to make the passes that he needs.
Yeah, I'm also hearing from one of our producers, Kean Peel, that Demayan Jurgen for the Colts, he might actually go by the name Damien.
Damien, it could be. I believe that you're probably right. I'm trying to look through my glasses that I can't see through very well. Damien, that would make sense. Putting the hyphenation in the wrong place. 3rd down and 12. Screen in the middle. It's going to be picked up by number 6. Does a great job of getting up the field. That's going to be Joseph Rangel for the Colts.
Good open field running by Rangel. Got all those lost yards back and then some. Enough for the first down. Bringing the ball all the way up to their own 42-yard line.
42-yard line will be 1st and 10 for the Colts. Timeout, Colts. 29 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Damien, Demonian. Wow. Wow.
I couldn't help it.
No, you're right. I overthought that one. I didn't look at the whole word. All right.
Well, okay, in your defense, it is hyphenated. D-A-M-I-O-N. Could be Demayon. Could also be Timothy.
Timothy.
But I'm gonna call him Damien.
That's fine. It could be D-Nice.
Okay.
All right. 1st and 10 for the Colts on the 42-yard line.
We'll have to ask their principal, Mr. Oshag Hennessy.
You have to go through Ron first. Oh! Zach Leaper came around left, and nobody saw him coming out of the linebacker spot and just takes Duronslet down while he's holding the ball. And it looks like they're going to let the clock run out down to 13, 12, and it looks like that will be the end of the first half of play for the Wolfpack and the Colts here at Covina District Field as the last seconds tick off. It is now halftime, 21-0 Wolfpack, really setting up their defense strong with every series that they've been in that the Colts have had the ball tonight.
Well, that was one you'd like to see. Zach Leaper blitzing off that left edge, came in untouched, and Duronslet was set up looking to his left, the right. It was his blind side, essentially. He did not even see Zach Leaper coming. Leaper just flattened him.
It was almost like he wanted to yell, "Get out of the way!" Anyway, we are at halftime, 21-0 Thank you for joining us on the Claremont High Network, and we will see you in the third quarter.
said that video was on.
He said, I see the man.
Yeah.
Drummer rock.
So it's gonna be like this.
You want to tape it there?
One of my guys there?
Huh?
One of my guys there?
Yeah. Hey. Hey.
I get a battery. The battery's gonna be mine. So I can look at the battery. One battery for that. Back. I don't think we can be very far. So somebody's gonna be here. I think I probably can just shut this whole thing down because but I don't know if you let's go on. See if you can listen to this, see if you can hear me right now. No.
Ready. Run the wrong side.
How wide should we go with that? Okay. I mean, you're gonna turn it though, right? You're gonna follow the play. It's not just a look at it. Okay. Can you hear me when I say that? Is there a mic on that? Or is it hearing into that?
I think it's picking up the main audio.
Can I get something from the van? Thank you.
Your unofficial halftime statistics for Claremont. They rushed 19 times for 103 yards. Giles attempted 10 passes, completed 5 for 88, for a total of 191 unofficial yards. For Covina, they rushed the ball 12 times for 42 yards. Duran Slay attempted 11, completed 4 for 26 yards, for a total of 68 yards in the first half.
So we're just streaming from that, right? Okay. Can I put my two audio inputs from there to that?
So it looks like we are back. Hopefully we are on right now. That Wolfpack are going to receive the second half kickoff after deferring in the first half. Covina will be back to kick off, and I'm looking down to see who the kicker is, and it looks like it's number 15, same as their punter. That's going to be Noah Queller. That ball's going to bounce a little short. Be picked up by Campazano. And it's going to be a short run back. Hopefully most of you are coming back to a camera feed right now. Not sure if it's up and running, but we have Jerry rigged it enough to get you a video signal. And you can watch the second half of the game with us. And for some of you that are seeing the camera right now, we'll try to move it forward a little bit so that you can see the whole field as soon as I can get their attention. Anyway, Wolfpack football, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, leading 21-0, starting the third quarter. Nathan Giles in the gun. Looks like Ray Rosales. It's going to be a fake pass there. Giles stepping up. He's going to run, and he's going to take a little slide time. Does a good job of avoiding the big hit.
Smart play to take the slide. I mean, that's, live to fight another day. He might have been able to spin left and had a ton of open field ahead of him. But, you know what? He's your quarterback. You need him for the rest of the game, so why not just take a slide?
All right, second down and about 7 for the Wolfpack. Well, again, we're trying to work on the camera for you. Hopefully you can see the camera. You can see the game now. We have the one static camera outside the press box, so we're going to be working on making sure you get what you need for the second half. Second down 7. Giles again in the back of him. Trips left. Giles is going to be running right. Oh, coming
nice
back.
Counter play.
Great job. Tell you what, number 23.
23, that was Brandon Cole.
23, Brandon Cole, but also 23, Cameron Davis with the tackle. Did a good job of staying home on that.
That was a good misdirection play. Everything was looking like it was rolling left. The line was pulling left. Brandon Cole started to his left and then cut back for the handoff and took it right up the middle.
It's going to bring up third down and about 3 to go for the Wolfpack on the 32-yard line.
So they're starting with Brandon Cole in their running back position for this first drive. Caden Campazano, normally the running back, is out wide left in the slot. Cohen Martinez to his left.
And penalty flag. Cole's going to bounce it around outside. He's going to be stopped. Probably a loss of about 6 or 7 yards, but there is a penalty flag on the play. We'll have to see if it's against the Wolfpack.
It was thrown at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be on one of the linemen.
So it is a holding penalty against the Wolfpack, and if the Covina Colts are good on this, they may decide to decline it. That's going to be declined, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
Since they lost yards on that play, they lost about 5 yards on that play. It's smart to decline it because it brings up fourth down and it forces the Wolfpack to punt.
And it also makes it 4th and 9. It's not close to where you could try to draw them off sides. So back to punt is going to be our punter, Logan Castro. I always remember Logan. I can never remember his last name sometimes. Logan Castro.
First time we've seen him tonight.
It is. Hey,
they haven't had to put. Claremont's offense had a good first half, leading 21-0. They ran 28 plays for a total of 218 yards with 3 touchdowns and a missed field goal, plus 1 turnover on the interception.
It's a good Wolfpack bounce, and the ball's going to die at the 37-yard line of the Colts. That's where they will take over for their first possession of the third quarter. So, again, Wolfpack go backwards on their first drive of the second half. We will see what the Colts have. And hopefully I'm getting some data here telling us that it looks like the camera is looking good, so hopefully that will stay that way. Thank you again for joining us tonight. Again, 21-0. Hopefully there's some more scoring in this half so you can see some of the scoring by the Wolfpack. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line for the Colts. Duronslet in the shotgun. Wolfpack's coming. Here comes Cole. He's just going to run out of bounds. There's just nowhere for him to go once he gets by the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was a fake handoff to Rangel, the running back, and instead Duranzlet scrambles to his right. Had some open space. It looked like it was going to be a positive play. Ended up just getting back to the yard of the line of scrimmage. Sorry, it's going to be 2nd and 10.
In at the tailback for the Colts right now is going to be number 6. That's going to be Rangel again. So Duranzlet, it's going to be handed off to Rangel. He's going to come outside. Brandon Cole got pushed right back into Cole, but that's going to be enough for a first down. That was a nice little off-tackle run by Rangel.
Yeah, and someone got a good edge block on Leaper, the outside linebacker. Couldn't seal the edge. He was able to get around it for a 10-yard gain.
So number 2, that's going to be Berrigan. He's going to come in as the H-back. So Duranzlet barking orders out there.
Quick to the line of scrimmage, the Colts are. Taking a while to snap this ball.
It's going to be a handoff again, right up the middle.
Rangel showing his speed. Took Cone Martinez to chase him down and push him out of bounds, but not before he gets to the 15-yard line of Claremont.
That was a great run by Martinez. By who is that? Number 6.
It was number 6.
Rangel.
Yeah. Rangel, their running back. Well, maybe the Colts made some halftime adjustments. Some good blocking by their offensive line on that play because Rangel was untouched going right up the middle.
And we'll have to see if the Wolfpack can bend their back here and push them out of the red zone. They are at 15-yard line, 1st and 10. And there's another handoff to number 2. That's going to be Joaquin Berrigan. Or is that Rangel? No, Berrigan's going to keep that.
Berrigan that time tried to run up the middle as well. Only got a yard.
It's going to be 2nd down and 9. I was watching Rangel come out of the pile. I think he was one of the lead blockers, or he was coming off the edge and kind of got rolled up on.
Inside the 5, we'll check the flag. Holding on the offense.
If I go into menu, where's Peyton? If I go into the menu, can you see it on the live stream? Yeah.
Gain of 8. Check that the last pass was caught by Maestas. Duranzlet back. Pass was caught by Maestas. Gain of 15 on the last play. 1st and goal.
I think maybe because I put this mic in. That's the only thing I did was I took this
on the field and waited for them to get off the field before he snapped that ball. Did a great job. 63 yards it looks like on the drive.
Boy, a different-looking team to come out here to start the second half for Covina. They seem quick, they seem explosive, and they were able to just drive the field on Claremont, something we did not see in the first half.
And somebody definitely made some adjustments at halftime.
So this is Noah Quaylar, the junior. He's their place kicker, trying for the extra point.
Wolfpack are going to jump. Offsides. They're going to put the offense back on the field. And they're going to try to, from the 1.5 yard line, they're going to try to go in the, I don't know why it's at the 1 inch line. Thank you. Okay. The 1.5 yard line, they're going to go back and try to get a 2-point conversion here and make it 21-8. So Duronslet comes in. It's a full house backfield with Rangel and also Berrigan. It's going to be a handoff on the outside, and he's going to walk right in. It's a 2-point conversion. So it's going to make it 21-8 halfway through the third quarter of play. It's 7:22 to play in the third quarter. So again, Covina came out, did a great job on defense to stop the Wolfpack, and then just on the very next offensive possession, they found something along the ground game, and they were able to drive the ball down and put 8 points on the board.
It's feeling like a completely different game at this point. Covina looking like the more dominant team as opposed to Claremont, who owned that first half.
We will see a kickoff here. We haven't, last time we saw the kickoff went down to about the 20-yard line.
Kicking off from their own 40.
In high school, it's the 40. In college, it's the 35. And in the pros, it's the 30. So Wolfpack are looking at an onside kick possibly. They're all paying attention right up front. Well, it's going to be a good boot in the back. It's going to be picked up by Cohen Martinez. Cohen Martinez has a seam. He's going to turn it up. Oh, it's a great comeback tackle there made by the Covina. I believe that's number 30 by Covina. It's Ray Marquez. Ray Marquez did a good job coming from his outside number 1 position, coming all the way down the field and filtering it back in. Martinez is going to take the ball, and the Wolfpack are going to start at the 35-yard line. Not bad field position.
Pretty good field position, and made possible by that 20-yard return by Cohen Martinez.
All right, so Wolfpack not in any dire needs here. They need to hang on to the ball, a couple first downs, keep the clock running, show that they can come back into this. Giles now is under center in a typical I formation. Campazano's going to get kind of stopped up, and he's going to pick apart for about 6 to 7 yards. But there they are. We just talked about it, how he just kind of maneuvers his way through the line.
That was good patience on that run. Let the play develop. Let his blockers make their blocks. That's why in the first half, he had 8 carries, Caden did, for 29 yards, including a 28-yard pass. He had 41 yards of total receiving. And so all in all, as far as all-purpose yards go, 98 yards in the first half when he touches the ball.
All right, 2nd down and 3 for the Wolfpack. Giles is back in the gun now, waiting on the clock, I believe. It's 6:30 left to go. Giles takes a snap, looks back. He's going to be sacked right up the middle for just as much as we talked about the offensive line in the first half being such a dominant force. Right now, Covina's having their defensive lines having their way with them.
3 of the Colts players found their way past that pass protection into the backfield for the sack.
So it's going to be a loss of about 10 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13. See what offensive coordinator Ryan Campazano draws up on this play. You have Ryan Dunphy out wide left, Cohen Martinez wide right. Both go about 6'3". Giles is going to be. He's just going to turn and run out of bounds. Live, fight another day. He's going to pick up about those 3 yards. It's going to bring 4th and 10, and the Wolfpack are going to have to punt again. Still 5:30 on the clock in the third quarter.
You know what? He had 3 receivers to his left. The short side of the field was to his right with only 1 receiver, and that's the direction that he rolled out. He was looking for, I think it was Martinez going down the right sideline. You know, when it's 3rd and 15 like that, why not take a chance, throw the ball?
All right, Logan Castro back into punt for the Wolfpack. There's a snap by Seth Gonzalez. Castro gets a pretty good punt off. Ball's going to be pushed back. Ball's going to be about an 8-yard gain. Finally picked up by number 4 by Rachel. Does a pretty good job of corralling that. That could have been disastrous for Covina if that ball bounces another direction.
Right, off his hands, on the ground. He was lucky to pick that back up again.
So the Wolfpack flipped the field. Ball is now down on the 28-yard line of the Colts. The Wolfpack defense are looking to regain a little bit of that swagger they had in the first half. And Covina's looking to continue doing what they did here in the third quarter.
Well, defensive coordinator Anthony Ohio maybe felt like he didn't have to make a lot of halftime adjustments since they had them shut out, but he's going to have to make some quick ones on the fly here to shut down this Colt offense.
Oh, he ran right by Brianna. Brianna ran right by him. 2 Wolfpack players are down right now.
I think Brianna may have thought that play was over or nearly over. The receiver was on his back and just kind of slipped by and kept on running.
So we will. Hopefully they're not seriously injured. It looks like a cramp possibly for Brandon Cole on the ground there. So it does look like a cramp. Coach Jonathan Snap, the head trainer, is stretching him out a little bit there. So we kind of joke about the idea of when it's hot. And tonight's an actual night that's actually pretty cool. But I'm sure that with the hydration that these players need to keep up, they can cramp up any time. So on the play, going back to the run play, was a nice run up the middle, and they picked up enough for the first down, so that will be first and 10 from the 44-yard line with 5:08 to play in the third quarter once we continue here at Covina District Field. And it is a nice touching sign on the far side. It says Luke Pruitt. Again, we think thoughts and prayers to his family and all of the people that knew him. Amazing young man. Brandon Cole is up now and walking, doing the Zooey Trans-Samson walk backwards to keep from cramping up again. So Brianna is out there. I see number 43 in the game. Ordonez is now filling in at linebacker. So hopefully Brandon Cole will be back shortly. But if not, next man up. This is what we play with football for. 5:08 to play, 21-8. Wolfpack. Dronslet. Looks like penalty flags. It's a dead ball. It's going to be false start on the offense. I didn't see any movement, but a lot of pointing going on.
If it was there, it was small, but 2 referees saw it and threw their flags.
All right, so it is 1st and 15. Does a good job there.
And Nathan Ordonez, the fill-in for Brandon Cole there at the middle linebacker spot, got deep in the backfield and then reversed his route, came flying back to help make that tackle.
I will say number 6 is doing a great job, Rangel. He's getting behind his big line. We talked about how they don't go very tall. He's 5'10". The quarterback's 5'5", or 5'9", I'm sorry. And, they hide behind that line. They're being very patient.
Good pursuit and tackle there.
It's a good job by the Wolfpack defense on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Tyler Bay. Tyler Bay can get low and quick. He's good at chasing down those runners.
3rd down and 6 from the 48 of the Covina Colts. If they want to keep this drive alive, they've got to pick up 6 yards here.
Big play for Claremont defense.
And be disciplined. Knew it was coming. Knew it was coming.
As you said that, we get an offside.
They've been going on sound almost the whole night, or going on first call. So it's going to pick up 5. Still going to be 3rd down, but now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Sorry about that.
Well, still a chance for Claremont to come up with a stop here.
All right. Rangel's going to be off that. Does a good job of getting the ball around the right side.
Kenny Ford made that hit to stop him. There was some talking that went back and forth. It drew a flag. It was hard to say who said what.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the flag is on. I saw a bunch of pushing and shoving on both sides, but it looks like it's going to go against the Wolfpack as they're backing up. And it's going to give them another 15 yards on that. A little uncharacteristic for the defense right now to lose their cool like that. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line with about 3:37 to play.
So here they are again, Covina in the red zone of Claremont.
We talked about it at halftime just amongst us. They really haven't been in the red zone all night. And here they are, 2 drives in a row, being able to get back in this football game. Only down 13 points. Good pursuit there by the right side of the defensive line. That's Seth Gonzalez. Did a good job of stringing that out, and Kocharian did a really nice job of stringing that out. Didn't have a really good chance. Once he committed to running, he did not really have a good tossing lane for the option.
Yeah, they tried that option run again. Duranzlet thought he had a gap there in the middle, but it closed on him too fast. Only gained 1 yard on that play.
2nd down and 9 from the 19.
Hand off to Rangel.
That's going to be about a 2-yard pickup this time.
Good job that time by the outside linebacker, Zach Leeper. There at the line of scrimmage to meet him.
Going fast. They're already at the line of scrimmage, seeing if they're going to try to maybe get another jump. Be disciplined.
3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7 yards to go. It's going to be a pass, looking deep.
Pass to the deep left corner of the end zone. Ball is incomplete, but a flag was thrown. It's going to be pass interference.
It's going to be pass interference on the cornerback. I believe that's Jamel Oliver down there. He was in good position, just never turned his head around to look for the ball. The ball was a little underthrown, which also makes it look worse than it actually was. But nonetheless, it's going to be pass interference on the defense. I've noticed also whenever they throw the ball, they're staying away from Campazano's side. They're always throwing to that offside where the safety's not. So it's going to be 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 9.
Two minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be a handoff again to Rangel. He's looking to bounce outside. He's going to be stopped down around the 2-yard line, it looks like. He's a hard runner. He does a great job of bouncing it outside and just using that speed.
Yeah, Oliver that time making up for it. First one to make contact on that tackle.
Ball will be marked at the 1-yard line. So here we are again. 1:40 to play in the third quarter. And it's going to be second down and goal for the Colts from the 1-yard line.
It'll be Duranza with the keeper.
Touchdown, Colts.
Fake handoff up the middle. He instead keeps it, dives over the left side of his line, just beyond the end zone for the touchdown.
Talk about a tale of two halves so far. It's almost as if, Claremont, someone forgot to tell them the second half has started. Offensively, can't really get much going. And on defense, the Colts have found something, and they've just exploited it. So 21-14 right now with 1:18 to play. Coming on to make the extra point is Noah Queller. And here they go again. They're going to try. Here comes the offense again, going for two.
It's another encroachment penalty on Claremont. Just going to bring them half the distance to the goal. They might try for another 2-point conversion here.
Why not?
The score is 21-14. Whether you get 1 or 2 on this play,
you're still going to be within a touchdown.
Why not?
Yeah. Touchdown, or a 2-point conversion is good. That's going to make it 21-16 for the Colts. So this third quarter has been owned by the Covina Colts. I don't know if the Wolfpack even have any positive yards on this in this quarter so far. Yet they still hold the lead by 5. So there's something to be said about how they played in the first half. But they need to take possession right now and start doing what they did in the first half if they have any chance, any thoughts of wanting to walk out of here with a win tonight. Good ball game. Absolute great ball game so far. Wolfpack looked like they were going to walk away with it. Covina's drive was 8 plays, 72 yards, culminating in a 1-yard touchdown run. And then also by the quarterback, Duranza, and the 2-point conversion good by number 6, Joseph Rangel. It looks like he's telling them something. Watch maybe an onside kick or some little punch shot here. Wouldn't be a bad time for it the way they've been playing. Nope.
Kick deep over Cohen Martinez's head. He had to go back and retrieve it. But he had open space in front of him. Decent run back. He's going to bring it all the way up to the 35-yard line.
That was a great job. 25-yard return by Martinez. Really, that could have been disastrous for the Wolfpack.
It just seemed like most of Covina's return coverage went down the middle of the field. Cohen had it in that right pocket I think he picked it up around the 5 or 10-yard line, and he just had a lot of open space in front of him to run.
All right, see what the Wolfpack can do. Giles in the gun. Campazano. Be a run by Campazano. It's a good job. There he is falling forward again for 5 yards. It's a good tackle by number 11, Jason Porter, for the Colts. Second down and about 5, maybe 6. They're going to call 2nd and 5. What a good run by Campazano when the Wolfpack needed it.
It's a typical run where he follows his linemen. They just keep pushing ahead. He's just kind of patiently behind them, and then as soon as that sled stops, he spun out to his right, was able to pick up a few more yards.
Oh, they have a heavy set in now. I see LeBay and Brandon Cole in there. It's going to be a handoff to Campazano. He's going to go right up the middle, drive and push. It's going to be enough for the first down.
Way to use his legs. He got spun around backwards. He just turned it into a backwards push, able to push for that first down.
Yeah, he did a good job following his blockers. That right side of the line has pretty much said, we've had enough. We're taking control of this, and they found something over that right side. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack from their 44-yard line. 6 seconds left on the clock. That's going to be the end of the quarter, it looks like. Yes, that's going to be the end of the third quarter of play. And the Wolfpack have a 21-16 lead, but make no mistake, Covina is back in this football game, and the Wolfpack are now staving off the Colts. So again, let's say a few thank yous to our sponsors. Want to say thank you to Stephanie Bradhurst from Casa Colina, Marina Ramirez, Marina 21 Prime Realtors, Amanda Thompson from My Gym, Sarah Griffin, Lisa Castro, the Harank family, the Haneker, Kim Piro, Yesenia Arias, Angie Kocharian from Allstate, the Groth family sponsors, LeBay, Perry Thomas Construction, Idaho Realty, gotta love that. Tina Alzaga, thank you very much. Selling Idaho Realty, supporting Claremont Wolfpack. Lost Levels Arcade, Claremont Modern Dentistry, DJ Junior G. I always don't want to call him a doctor. DJ Junior G. Ubatuba, Be Perfect Foundation with Hal Hargrave, Nancy Telford with Telford Real Estate, Village Abbey with Jason Anigan, and also Anigan Realty LLC, Monique Ott, Hot Homes, Shapiro's, Mike Pressure from TNG Roofing and Solar. Thank you again for sponsoring us this year. We'll get back to some more sponsors here in a moment. We are starting the fourth quarter. Wolfpack have the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Same heavy set as we saw in the last play. Ball's going to be rolled out over on this side. Ball's going to be thrown out here to the side. That's going to be number 35. That's Tyler Bay.
Hey.
What a great hit by number 4. That's going to be Adrian Raschel, but not before 25 yards are picked up on the play. Giles does a great job looking down the field, looking at all his receivers, throws the ball back to LeBay coming out of the backfield. LeBay does a great job of getting to the ball and then just motors down the left-hand sideline.
Boy, great play call. Unexpected to have a pass to the fullback, especially when number 2, Campuzano, is getting the ball most of the time.
I can't remember the last time a fullback caught a ball this year. That may be one of the first ones.
Great play.
Yes, great design.
Showing some decent speed, like a juggernaut going down that left sideline. I don't think number 4 wanted anything to do with him. He went low. He went really low. He went so low that LeBay just went over the top of him.
Right. All right. Giles has under center. Going to be a handoff to Campuzano. It's going to be a great cut, right, left, right. Drives his shoulder into Queller as a safety. And Campuzano, talk about picking up yardage in chunks. That's the best run of the night for Campuzano. Probably about a 15, 18-yard run there.
Well, that was Campuzano showing his strength. Rather than patiently waiting for his offensive line to push the pile, he saw the hole, made a nice cut to his left, and then just started running through people down the field.
So remember, you got 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack almost like flipped a switch and it's like, hey, we're back. There comes a little blitz, it looks like. It's going to be a rollout pass from Giles. He's going to keep it, rolling right. He's going to drop his head and go into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That play, that started the fourth quarter. There were only 10:28 left, but the Wolfpack said enough is enough. We got to get back on the board, and they do it in style. Giles looked like a called his own number. Looked like a design run.
That play looked amazing as it was developing. It was a rollout to the right. Giles, either it was by design or he saw the hole on the right side of the field. All he had to do was take 5 steps forward, and then it was him and Brandon Cole as a blocker in open space.
It's a smart play here. They're actually going to keep the offense on the field as they're up by 11 right now. They want to put 2 more points on the board. That'll make it 29-16. So we're going to see what the offense has in store here. They're going to be, we have a timeout for the Wolfpack. I was watching the back judge counting the seconds off, and Giles got it off right as the last second was on the clock. Called timeout, Ryan Campuzano, offensive coordinator for the Wolfpack, so they're going to draw up something here. So you have an 11-point lead, which is really a two-possession game. So even if they score and get a 2-point conversion, it's only 27-24. So Covina will need the ball twice. So we'll see what Campuzano draws up. Finishing up our sponsorships this evening, Metro Honda, Metro Acura, thank you very much. John Perez with Strategic Leadership Consultant. Stephanie Fernandez, I Like Pie. Eric Martinez from State Farm. Hendricks Pharmacy, thank you very much. And Greg McGinty from Remax. Thank you very much for all of your support of Wolfpack football for the 2022 season. I will say this, the Covina coaches are coaching their players up. I'm watching the defensive coordinator out there right now, and he is excited. And we will see what they have. So they've got a heavy set going left. Giles in the gun. It's going to be a handoff to Campuzano, driving straight forward. Touchdown, 2-point conversion is good. And I don't know if anybody really touched him.
No, that was a man on a mission. When Giles handed the ball off to Campuzano, his body language just said, I'm just going to run through 5 people if I have to and put this in the end zone.
And I think Covina saw that and didn't want any piece of it. So 29-16, this is the night of 2-point conversions. I've seen more tonight in this second half than I've seen in quite a while.
Claremont answered back with one of their own that time.
So 29-16. Wolfpack are going to kick off here. Giles will kick off going right to left. This is going east to west, if you're not familiar with Covina District Field. Claremont's drive goes 5 plays, 68 yards, and culminates in a 12-yard touchdown run by Nathan Giles and a 2-point conversion by Caden Campuzano. Puts them up 13 points with 10:28 to play. Giles approaches the ball.
Well, for the Claremont fans, that's exactly what you wanted to see from Claremont as a response.
It's a great coverage over there by Caden Campuzano. And also number 6, it looked like Ray Rosales in on the tackles. A great job of keeping him pinned on the sideline. And Covina Colts will take over at the 27-yard line, on their own 27-yard line. You know, we'd be remiss, Rob, if we didn't mention Covina and our former colleague Brian Nearing, who's a graduate of Covina, a 1978 graduate of Covina High School. So we want to say congratulations to Brian and his retirement.
Right. Member of the drum line.
The drum line.
And the glee club, I'm told.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, handoff going left to cutback, and there's the Wolfpack defense all of a sudden we found.
Good run coverage. Stop short for only a 2-yard gain.
2nd down and 8, and at this point, it's not quite in that mode just yet, but almost Covina's playing against the clock as well.
After Covina put those 2 brilliant drives together, scoring 16 points, as a Claremont fan, that's what you wanted to see as a response by Claremont on that last drive, saying that, you know what, we see what you're doing and we can do it too.
All right, 2nd down and 8 for the Colts. It's going to be a pass play. He's rolling out here on the flat side. Oh, Cohen Martinez tips the ball at the last minute. That pass was intended for number 4, Adrian Rochel.
And he was open too. Lucky that Martinez was able to tip that ball because it deflected it just enough to where it went off his hands.
Duronslet did a great job of waiting till he broke into the seam. He didn't throw the ball too early, and Martinez was just enough to get a finger on it and deflected enough out of his reach.
I will say Duronslet does a good job of seeing the field, seeing the whole field. Not only when he's passing the ball, but when he's running the ball too.
And as a sophomore, that's a great skill. 3rd down and 8 for the Colts. Looking real quick, trying to keep him in the pocket.
Campuzano with a rush. And it's intercepted. Campuzano was in his face, forcing him to throw.
That ball is going to be picked off, I believe, by number 43.
Nate Ordonez.
Nate Ordonez is filling in, I believe, for Brandon Cole on defense and puts his linebacker position in the right spot for an interception and takes about a 25-yard run back down to the 11-yard line.
I'm so happy to see Nate Ordonez getting some playing time on the varsity team. He's been sort of back and forth between the JV squad and the varsity squad. So to see him in there at that middle linebacker position, being at the right place at the right time, making that play. Important turnover. Wow, what a momentum killer. If you're Covina and you had your hopes up after those last two drives thinking, we got this now, you just saw Claremont score on a long drive, and then you gave them the ball right back, and now they're in the red zone themselves.
So here is Giles up under center again. Campuzano's the only back. He's in a deep eye about 7 yards back. Snap. It's going to be an end around to Martinez. He's got blockers. Cuts. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Just like that.
I'm watching Alex Kocharian rub his belly. Feed me more.
Boy, they bit on the fake run to the running back. Martinez with that end around. And you're right, he had blockers. He had blockers running with him. He could have gone 10 more yards.
And I think that's a great setup because they've been pounding and pounding and pounding, and then all of a sudden Giles keeps it, turns his back to the defense, and Wolfpack go in with one play for 11-yard touchdown run. It's a great job by offensive coordinator Ryan Campuzano dialing up something they haven't seen yet in the fourth quarter. So that puts the Wolfpack up at 35-16, and they're going to go for the extra point here and make it a full 20-point lead. Giles.
Giles will attempt the extra point. Campuzano to hold.
Snap, hold. The kick is good. So with 9:16 to go in the game, Wolfpack have exploded here in the fourth quarter. They've scored 15 points in the last minute and 10 seconds. So just as you said, Rob, momentum is a funny thing.
You know what was so impressive with that play? That play happened from the 11-yard line. You're in the red zone where the defense is compressed. It's hard to find open space. But on that end around, Martinez wasn't even touched by a Colt player until he was 3 yards into the end zone. If that play was anywhere else on the field, he would have ran for another 20, 30 yards.
There was an amazing blocking scheme on the backside. They did a great job. The wide receivers locked up their defenders. So Giles will kick off. He's been doing a lot of little punch shots tonight. We know he can put the ball deep, but he's been doing a lot of punch shots up front, which allows the coverage team to get down there very quickly. So we'll see what they do here. 9:16 to play in the fourth quarter. Giles approaches the ball. It is another little punch shot. It's a little deeper than normal. Raschel's going to pick up the ball. He's going to come over here to the right, and he's going to go back left, and he's going to get dumped by number 2, Caden Campuzano. We haven't really called Caden's name on defense or coverage teams tonight, but he's been doing his job. And I do want to go back real quick to the interception that Duronslet threw. That we can't go without mentioning that coming around the left end was Zach Leeper on pressure, and really I think Duronslet had to get rid of that ball quickly.
It was Caden Campuzano who was in his face and forced the throw.
Oh, was that Caden coming around the edge?
It was Caden who came around that left side. Chase pursuing him as he tried to roll to his left, threw the ball prematurely before Ordonez could intercept it.
All right, here we go. Handoff again. Rangel. It's going to be, again, another just a 2-yard pickup. The Wolfpack have figured something out on the line. They're maybe doing a few different technique moves on that line. They're not a lot of holes opening up right now.
But what an exciting third quarter so far. We've only had 6 minutes of time go by in this third quarter, and they've scored 31 points between the two teams.
Fourth.
Are they 12-minute quarters?
Yeah.
Even more impressive.
I was going to say it's less time, so yeah.
4 minutes have elapsed, and the two teams have scored 31 points.
Yes. It's, like I said, momentum is a crazy thing. The way Covina was rolling, if Claremont would not have come out with a drive the way they did, it would have been a kind of, I don't want to say a scary thing, but it would have been ball in the Covina hands with an opportunity to go ahead. But the Wolfpack said, I don't think so, and put 15 points on the board in about a minute and 10 seconds. So 3rd down and 8. Oh. Campuzano pushes him, chases him, can't find it. Oh, and almost again, Ordonez is in great position almost comes up with the interception.
That was Ordonez again. Duranzit threw that ball into traffic. The receiver, he may have been the tallest one there, but he was surrounded by 3 Wolfpack players. Ordonez broke up the play, almost caught the ball. Whatever you want to say, he made a good play.
Did a great job. All right, so they're going to come back out and punt here. And I have to believe we're going to see a lot of Campuzano, Rosales. We haven't seen Alvarado much in the backfield tonight.
Haven't needed to as much with Ray Rosales back healthy.
Very true. Want to say thank you to the Covina High School administration and their sports department for allowing us to come up here and bring you the game this evening. Great people over here at Covina. Want to say thank you for everything you've allowed us to do tonight. Ball's going to be picked up by, he's going to let it bounce. And I don't know why they're chasing it. Get away from it. So it's going to be down by number 9. It's going to be Nathan Garcia for the Colts. And it's going to be the Wolfpack football on their own 36-yard line with 7:42 to play. You know, not to look too far ahead, but next week we open league. This is our last non-league game, and next week we are going to be at Chaffee High School, I believe.
That's right. We're going to be at Chaffee High School. Chaffee currently has a record of 4-2. After that, we're going to host Don Lugo at CHS Stadium. It'll be Claremont's homecoming. Don Lugo is 2-4 so far on the season, and then we finish up our season at West Covina, who is 3-4.
Giles going to hand off to Rosales. Rosales is going to pick his way, turning, gets about 4 yards. Well, we'll call it 3 yards on the play. Does a great job of spinning and rolling to the outside.
Good little run there. He's so strong when he gets down low. He's hard to find amongst all those big linemen. And when he gets low and he's strong, he can push his way through people.
2nd down and 6 for the Wolfpack. Again, as you mentioned, homecoming coming up against Don Lugo in 2 weeks. That's going to be our last home game of the year. Hopefully, we get to playoffs and we get to host somebody.
That's on October 21st. So if you're in town, come on out for the homecoming game.
And if you're not in town, listen to us right here on the Claremont High Network. Giles looking to throw the ball deep. It's a good job by Campuzano. Little underthrown, but Campuzano made a great adjustment on the ball. And I'll tell you what, Giles didn't overthrow that, which was nice. He could have very easily rocketed that 10 yards past him.
And with 2 defenders in the area, he kind of had to thread that needle. Campy did a good job of slowing his run down a little bit, catching it with some interference of the defender behind him.
All right.
Ends up a big play for Claremont.
So Wolfpack are going to move again into Covina territory in the 33-yard line. 6:23 to play. And I believe they're going to be content just trying to pound the ball right now. We will see where they end up. Giles under center. Turn going to hand off to Rosales. Rosales is going to be pinned a little bit. He's still going to pick up about a yard.
Ray had a great stiff arm on that first linebacker who was in his face. Stiff armed away from him. Stiff armed the next guy, too. It took a third Colt player to finally tackle him.
I'm glad to see this happening right now. There's a few new players coming in the game right now. I'm looking out there. I see number 97. I think that's Ganley, as you mentioned earlier.
That's Iso.
Iso is back in the game
That's
now.
what his teammates call him.
So 2nd down and 9. 5:40 to play. And it looks like Rosales will stay in. They're in a gun. I believe that's Cole at fullback. Offset right of Giles. It's going to be a rollout this side. Oh, that's Giles is going to turn, go, and touchdown, Wolfpack. Wow, that came out of nowhere.
He had Nate Ordonez ahead of him as a blocker,
32-yard run.
along with the receiver downfield making a good block. He just had room to run.
I really thought it looked like he was just going to run out of bounds, and he just exploded down the sidelines, and nobody touched him.
64 yards in 4 plays.
64 yards in 4 plays. And a final run of 33 yards by Nathan Giles. That puts the Wolfpack up 42-16, looking for the extra point. I think you're right. I'd take Giles in a fantasy draft.
Yeah, because he got 6 for the touchdown and 1 for the extra point.
There you go. That's a keeper league, I hope.
If you were watching if Giles were playing his other sport, soccer, that would have been like your outside midfielder, your wing player going on just a quick dash down that sideline looking for the crossing route. That's what he looked like on that play.
Yeah, just it shocked me because as he got around the corner, I thought maybe he was going to try to cut it back in, and he just exploded for the last 20 yards, and he ran right through the end zone, and no one touched him. So, all right, so Wolfpack are up 43-16, 5:15 to play. They actually only took about a minute and a half off the clock, which you end up in points. I guess that's always a good thing anyway.
It's never a bad idea to score points.
No.
Usually.
So Giles will kick off. I'm looking out here and see a few new faces out here on kickoff, which is great. I'm looking out and I see number 52 out there. That's Ivan Shishkin on kickoff. I also see number 34 out there. That's Eric Ott. It's a good job. They're coaching him up. Here's Giles' kick. It's going to be a little bit deeper. Ball's going to again come down to number 4. There's nowhere for him to run. Oh, he slides to the middle. Oh, I thought he might pop that. It almost looked like he found a seam cutting back.
Did a lot of running. Only got about 7 or 8 yards on the return.
All right. I'm watching the T-boy come out and pick up the ball. That's number 5, Keegan Campazano. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Boy, it's just been it's almost like they've played 3 great quarters and not sure what happened in that third quarter. But Wolfpack have definitely righted the ship here in the 4th. Timeout for the Wolfpack, and I believe they're going to start getting some different players in the game. I see Eric Ott out there, number 34. I see number 52 also going out there, which we just mentioned. That's Ivan Shishkin.
I see 65, Ahmed Dafala.
Oh, good job for Ahmed. Awesome to see that.
Also number 80, Grant Walsh, who I think is the tallest person on the team.
All right, number 34 we've said. Dafala's out there. Number 36 is also out there. That's Indra Petra. The Wolfpack are definitely making some wholesale substitutions here, and we'll see how that works out for the Wolfpack here.
Also number 20, Ian Garcia-Cano.
Nice.
Coming in there at linebacker.
All right, it's going to be a snap. It's going to be a handoff going up the middle. It's a great job, a pursuit by the Wolfpack right there. Dafala did a great job on getting on their big guy. Dafala took control of the offensive line and just pushed the guy about 3 yards deep.
And Garcia-Cano there to finish off that tackle.
All right, it's picked up about 5 yards on the play, or 6 they're going to call it. It's going to be a pass out here to number 14. It's going to be tackled by number 36. Outstanding job. That's going to be Indra Petra. Great job on the tackle. We also have a number 90 out there. We're not sure who that is. We don't have them in our scorebook. Could be a lower level player coming up. It's going to be a... That's going to be a long pass and a touchdown for Covina. It's going to be a pass from Dronslet to number 4, Adrian Rochel. It's going to be about a 68-yard pass for a touchdown for Covina.
And Rochelle got behind the coverage. Dronslet had 2 guys in his face. Garcia-Cano, the linebacker, was one of them. He was able to get that ball off, had enough distance on it to find Rochelle, who got behind the receivers, and then he just ran the rest of the way for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it was against some of the second team guys that are in there right now. But you know what? That's a great opportunity for them to have to play in live situations, and they're going for an extra point here and make it a 20-point game again.
It's good experience for a lot of these kids who are going to be around next year playing for the Wolfpack. It's good to put that stuff on tape, too, so you can look at it in game film Saturday morning.
And, again, a defensive jump. We've done that a lot tonight. I have a feeling that's going to be a point of emphasis over the weekend.
That's 3 consecutive extra point tries by the Colts where we have jumped offside.
And I think they're just going to be content with trying to kick this now a yard and a half closer. So an extra point coming from the 7-yard line. So it'll be a 17-yard extra point. And I guess we just want to make sure that we give them whatever they want. Again, these are young kids learning right now, and trial by fire. But again, they're just going to be content on kicking the ball because I have a feeling they're going to come out with an onside kick. Kick is good. So with 4:12 to play, it's 43-23 Wolfpack. I have to believe that Covina has to, if they have a shot at wanting to come back on this. And I say, there's not that much time left, but really you're talking about 3 scores. And I know it's if Wolfpack get it, they're going to be able to run the ball out. So I want to say they're going to have to try an onside kick here. I don't think Covina will get the ball back if the Wolfpack come up with it.
$20-point difference in the game, which is 3 scores.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're getting ready for an onside kick, so we're going to see how the kicker sets it up. You have to, in high school, you have to have 5x5. You can't overload sides anymore. You have to stay on balance with 5 on each side of the kicker. Well, we will see what they're going to do. It's just going to be a turn and a punch shot, I believe. Doesn't mean they won't do it here.
Quick run up to the line. It was a fake like an onside kick. Claremont has their normal returners, Martinez and Campuzano back deep, with some new faces in the middle of the return. It's going to be a short squib kick right to the mid backs.
It's going to be Alvarez.
Handled cleanly.
The up back kind of looked at it and went, nope, not for me. I'm going to let the back guy get it. And he did a good job because he went and blocked, and the guy was not able to get back to him. 4 minutes, 5 seconds. Wolfpack will take over.
Yeah, good hands there by Alvarado to secure that ball. The return was really inconsequential after that point. You just wanted to maintain possession.
Yes. First down and 10 yards to go from the 37-yard line. See if the Wolfpack can put something else together. I'm looking at the offense, and it looks like they are coming out with most of their offensive line. They've got a few changes in there. Giles up under center.
Grant Walsh lined up wide at receiver. Estevan Padilla next to him.
Rosales is going to be tackled in the backfield. And again, this is a learning curve again for some of that offensive line. You have a lot of new players in there. So loss of 3 brings up second down, but the clock still runs. It's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. Again, a 20-point lead here at Covina District Field for the Wolfpack, who, if they pull this win out, will move their record to 4-2 on the season, and Covina will drop to 3-4 on the season, and Covina will move into league play next week as well. All right, Rosales back at tailback. Giles up under center again. A nice little pickup from Ray Rosales. Nice job.
Good blocking by the left side of that line, including Iso. Gave a nice hole for Rayro to run through.
Did a nice job. Rayro, I like that. He's got a lot of nicknames. All right, third down, and it's going to be about 6 yards to go. Ball's going to be on the 41-yard line of the Wolfpack. I believe you have to be content and just trying to run this ball out right now. Covina will probably call a timeout if they stop them.
Grant Walsh, Estevan Padilla lined out as receivers to the right.
They're waiting on the back judge to show clock.
Nate
He puts his hand up. Here he goes.
Sorry, Nate Ordonez as your halfback. Ray Rosales up the middle.
Something happened. We're dead.
Finds a good hole to run through. He rumbles ahead for the first down. Ray Rosales rumbles ahead right up the middle with a yard to spare getting that first down.
I think that's pretty much going to salt it away right now. That Wolfpack can pretty much run the clock out. 2 minutes left to go with a first down. It's just a matter of taking a knee. I have to say, at this point, our unofficial player of the game has to be Nathan Giles. Wouldn't you agree with that?
He's done it all. He's done it with his arm. He's done it with his legs.
He's really shown a lot more leadership that I've seen tonight as far as, I shouldn't say leadership, but just as far as running the ball. He's always shown the leadership. But
he's shown good mobility.
Yeah.
Good mobility, reading the field, knowing when to run.
Nice handoff to Ty LeBay. Actually, is that LeBay? No, that's number 30.
That's number 30.
That's going to end up being Garcia.
We don't have a 30 on our roster.
They're going to give it to Ott, but I know it wasn't Ott, but that's okay. All right, so this is a minute left to play in the game. 2nd down and 4. It might just be a simple kneel down. Subs are coming in here. Here comes the victory formation. They're going to kneel down, and this is going to be pretty much do it for the Wolfpack.
Yeah. First team offense back on the field here.
There's a kneel down.
The kneel down.
That's going to bring us down. 30 seconds left to play. That's going to be the ball game. Wolfpack are going to move their record to 4-2 on the season. And again, both teams tonight will start their league contests. Who do we got next week, Chafee?
You can join us at Chafee High School next week as we take on the
Chafee Tigers.
Chafee
Tigers from Chafee High School. And I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and support. Again, we want to say a thank you to Luke Pruitt's family, and we hopes and thoughts and prayers out to you and all of Citrus College, your teammates, your former teammates here at Claremont High School. Again, we are with you always as a family. So again, Wolfpack are victorious 43-23 here over the Covina Colts at Covina District Field. Any final thoughts, Rob?
Yeah, I got a little worried there when the second half started. Covina looked like a team on a mission. They had found something. They had unlocked the secrets to Claremont's defense. But I was equally impressed with Claremont's response. How they buckled down. I think they made some quick adjustments. Defensive coordinator Anthony Heil made some adjustments on the fly that solved whatever Covina was doing. And Claremont's offense did the same. They figured out how to get out of the funk and start driving that ball and scoring more points.
Yeah, they, again, scoring more points. We talked about it. They put up about 15 points in a minute, 10 seconds and just kind of salted the game away. But momentum was a funny thing. We kept talking about it all game long that, Wolfpack looked like they were in control, 21-0. And then midway through the third quarter, it was 21-16.
It was only a 5-point game at one point.
And Wolfpack just said, nope, enough of that. We're not doing that. But
our statistician, Brian Nearing, tells me that if you can score more points than the other team, you have a pretty good chance of winning the game.
That sounds like a Jimmy Jimerson quote. I love that. All right, so again, for our last final thoughts here from Covina District Field, Wolfpack are victorious 43-23. Join us next week. We open league. 4-2 Wolfpack will take on the Chafee Tigers. And as always, for Frank Ramirez, our engineer and producer, for all our student helpers here tonight, for Mr. Rob Hoyle, I'm Jim Muncie. We always want to say, go Pack.